Which is worse, an immoral leader or an unpredictable one? To answer this, let's look at Machiavelli. Now, I am by no means the biggest Machiavelli fan, but I do think that people often misinterpret him in the sense that they view his works as looking through this obsessive lens of cruelty. But that's not what he was studying. He was studying fragility. He lived in a time period where governments would collapse quite quickly and allegiances would shift overnight. And this instability meant famine, invasion, civil war, you name it. So I don't think his intent was ever how should a leader be good for the people, but rather how should a leader keep a society from collapsing. And that's why he focused so much on stability, fear, and expectation. And not fear as in terror, but as in predictability. It is a fundamental principle of human nature that people can endure a lot if they know what tomorrow brings. What breaks them is uncertainty. And when looked at from that angle, morality isn't irrelevant, but it is certainly secondary. A leader might be selfish, harmful, or unjust, but still govern in a way that people can anticipate. They know the rules, they know the consequences, and most importantly, they know exactly where they stand. Now, unpredictability is different. When power feels random, people can't plan or trust or coordinate, and that fear turns into anxiety. Loyalty quickly becomes self-preservation, and institutions begin to crumble from the inside. So Machiavelli quickly flips the moral question by asking us not to consider intentions, but effects. What ultimately does more damage to people? A flawed leader whose behavior you can predict, or a good leader whose behavior people cannot foresee? And once it's phrased that way, the question isn't necessarily abstract anymore. It instead becomes very historical and psychological and very real. So, which feels more dangerous to you, and why? Cruelty or chaos?